when you're thinking about SMART goals for quality customer service or call center performance management, what are some examples that you found particularly effective?
Well, I think SMART goals, the most important thing is the action items that you set so you can change those behaviors. That's really, really the biggest piece of SMART goals. Average handle time is a good one to work with SMART goals and really identifying behaviors. I think a lot of the time you find that people aren't comfortable with or are having a hard time navigating the knowledge base. And so doing activities around getting familiar with the knowledge base, if there's quizzes or things that they can retake from training to go through, or just walking through it with a leader, looking at keywords to search. I really think that's a big one with average handle time. Sometimes you need people to increase their average handle time because they're not giving enough information. You could actually go that same route and help them find information and let them need to know, or going through certain policies and procedures and making sure that they're covering all of the steps. So I think average handle time is a big one. I think another one that some people struggle with is just providing empathy. Empathy is a big one that people skip over.
Right.
I think it's always one on the top of the list.
So maybe let's talk about that for a second. The SMART goal has to be specific and measurable.
Yes.
How can someone measure empathy? What are you looking for in your call center agents to be a good measurable example of elevated empathy?
So I think you can see that in your CSAT and in your quality scores, because most call centers on their quality scorecard have something around empathy. So your quality analysts would actually look at that and it would become part of your quality score. You would also see it in your CSAT. In the quality program that I had, you could choose 6 different pillars that the customers could see and say, hey, this guy was extra friendly or empathetic or nice or kind. And so we had a way to measure it that way as well. But I think that quality was probably the biggest one. That's also why I feel like there's not an AI tool that can replace your quality team and measure that. I really think that you have to have a person be able to do it. But there's a lot of action items that you can take around that, like working with your leader in particular, and they say a statement, and how would you respond to this? Or listening to a call that you took, and this is what you said. How do you think you could say it differently? So it gets tricky, but it can be done.
Got it. And they're essentially hypotheses, right? You're not exactly sure for certain what is going to drive more higher quality scores, but if you apologize and address the customer by name, those are all things that can lead to a higher score.
Yes.